What is minimalism? Is minimalism about not owning a house, or is it about owning a tiny house? Is minimalism about not owning a car and having to cycle and walk everywhere? Or is minimalism about owning 30 items or less in your closet? These might be some of the many things you may have heard about what minimalism is. Obviously, these don't hold true for everybody and they don't work for every situation. So instead today, let's talk about what minimalism really is at its core. Number one, minimalism is about mindfulness. What does that even mean? It means intentional, deliberate, and conscious action. Now, what does that mean? It means what we try and bring into our lives, we need to be aware of. We need to truly understand why and, for exactly what reason we are doing something. If we're buying something, why are we choosing to buy this? If we're spending time doing something, why are we doing this? And if we're spending time with somebody, why is this person important in our lives? When we do this, we begin to truly realize, what actually works for us, what is really just a waste of our time and a waste of our money. Minimalism is also about freedom. Freedom from what exactly? Well, freedom from anxiety. When we are told and instructed by advertising, by people around us, from television shows, that we need to be a certain way, we need to own certain things, we need to lead a certain type of lifestyle in order to be successful, in order to be beautiful, in order to be perfect, that causes a lot of stress, it causes a lot of anxiety for us. In addition to that, I believe that we truly have this sense of guilt in ourselves when we feel that, we have consumed too much, we have taken too much, we have used too much, yet we have not achieved that unattainable ideal that we've been promised. We start to feel this pull between these two opposites, the need to have more versus, no real result, no real success from having more. Minimalism takes that away from us and allows us to step back and realize that we don't actually need any of these things, and hence we feel a more a sense of calm and a sense of contentedness, which has been missing from a lot of our lives. Minimalism also gives us freedom from wasting our time. It gives us our time back. When we're not spending it looking after items we don't actually care about, spending time with people we don't actually care for, we are given that valuable resource back. Minimalism also gives us financial freedom. If we're not wasting our money on items and activities we don't actually, care for, we have that. We have that in our safety net. And why is that safety net important? Well, when we're worrying about, where our next rent is going to come from, or, worrying about, in case of emergencies, health emergencies, emergencies with family and friends, how are we going to pay for that? If we have this, pot that we can dig into at that time, it frees up, mental space. And that's something that minimalism will help us achieve. Minimalism also gives us purpose. What do I mean by that? Well, if we're removing distractions from our lives, if we're removing actual clutter and metaphorical clutter from our lives, all that's left is what we truly value. That was going to give us direction to our true passions and our true purpose in our lives. And that is how you're going to achieve lasting happiness, lasting satisfaction. Minimalism is also something that is individualized and is achievable. Why do I say this? Well, minimalism is not necessarily having, certain items in your life. It's not having less of one thing, or you need this perfect closet, you need this perfect minimalist house. It's not about that. It's about trying to understand what's important to you and removing all else. So, if you enjoy certain types of clothes, if you enjoy owning books, if you enjoy, having lots of makeup, or, like myself, having lots of perfume, minimalism will allow you to do that, and it will allow your passions, your interests to shine through. So minimalism at its core is about finding an internal satisfaction, a lasting satisfaction that is derived from our true passions. It is about removing the clutter from our lives, the distraction from our lives, and it's about meaningful living. It's about a conscious decision about what we truly want to bring into our lives. Minimalism is something that is achievable for somebody. It can be individualized to suit everybody's lives. And because of this, I definitely think it is something that we should all give a try. Thank you for listening, guys. And if you are interested in finding out more, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe. Have a good day. Bye.